Hello everyone, welcome in. Danielle here from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I hope that you are doing well and having a beautiful Friday wherever you happen to be. If you are new here, welcome in. Go ahead and click that live chat button and feel free to make any requests at all to your personal healing. If you are watching this in the future and this is a recording for you, go ahead and if you want to skip ahead, you don't have to, but if you want to skip ahead to the healing, go to approximately the 1 hour point or where you see the lights begin to shift. And if you're returning, welcome back. It's so good to see you again and thank you for the ongoing support. I deeply appreciate it. If you'd like to learn more about me, my online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one reading or distance session, or if you'd like to shop my crystal collection, go ahead and check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's all linked in the description. And let's go ahead, dive right into the grid and start building a beautiful healing intention for everyone here. Awesome. So good to see you all. I don't know where you all happen to be, but it is beautiful here in Philadelphia, albeit hot. So it's really good to see everybody. So let's go ahead and we've got Chris, we've got Patty, Violet Integration, Blue Sky, Jennifer Vatsa, Grace, I hope you're doing well. I am around this weekend, by the way. Chris, it's wonderful to see you. And let's start building. Let's take these intentions. I was just reading all the lovely back and forth and the support with everyone, and I absolutely adore seeing that. It totally fills my heart with joy. It's one of the things I love most about this is actually seeing all of you getting on, and it's wonderful. So let's see. Support for feeling at ease with difficult emotions. Allow emotions to flow rather than holding them in. Absolutely. That's a really great intention. Grace and welcome in. And let's see. Wonderful. Oh, good request. I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the healing for difficult emotions and allowing them to flow. First of all, in the center of the grid, we have our usual copper. Copper helps to break up blockages and get the energy flowing optimally. So we use it as our kind of anchor point there. So let's start with this and let's see. Start with malachite. Malachite, beautiful green. Excuse me. I usually think about malachite as, when it comes to the heart chakra, which is green, these beautiful like undulating swirls that go through malachite. I think of it as moving that really stuck and sad and somber energy through the heart center so we can process emotional pain. It's also wonderful for just helping to let go of the past and also helping to let go of your present and embrace your future at the same time. It's great for processing really painful emotions, and to some extent, it can be helpful for certain phobias, particularly fear of flying. And it's also thought to aid inflammation and even arthritis. So we'll bring that in for you. And then we're going to bring in one of my two favorite emotional first aid stones. I'm going to bring in blue calcite. This is one that can really help to not only soothe the pain, but when we have pain that is difficult to verbalize or to even put words to in our own mind, blue calcite can be very helpful for it. So that can really help with the processing side. It's also great for making any decisions that you need to make while you're still healing and maybe not in the ideal place to make a decision, as well as bringing about like clarity in your healing journey. Sometimes big revelations can come through, like as we get to the other side of deep emotional stuff. So bringing this in. Let's do, blue calcite here. Blue calcite is definitely one to help you when you're just overwhelmed as well. It's one of my favorite go-tos when someone's really going through it, or when it's one of those, I'm feeling the feelings, but I can't say it. I don't know what it is, but I just hurt inside. This is a good one. So trying to make sure that we're as even as we can be. That'll help everything line up optimally. There we go. So I hope that helps, Blue Sky. And I'm glad that you are here. Let's see. Pardon me, I'm just moving around my different screens. Let's see. Oh, and thank you for the shout out for the kitties. Hattie's doing a little bit better. She's just been a little bit more tired on and off, but she's doing pretty good. She's eating like a champ. Eating like a champ. That's what we want. Oh, so yeah, a few of you are mentioning like me doing something in person so some of you can all come together. I'm working on it. I am working on it. I'm definitely working on doing some live events where we could even stream live and it would be a lot of fun. So I'm working on it. Oh, it's awesome. We could also have some online circles too. So all of you can hang out. I've got plans for that too. Oh, and I'm only 125 subs away from 1,000 subscribers, which is the last hurdle for me to cross to have the channel monetized, which also opens up a ton of opportunities for things I can do with the channel that will make it so much more fun for all of you. So we're getting there. We are getting there. I'm really excited about it. Thank you all for the support. I know you all have been really helping spread the word, and I appreciate that very much. Let's see. And I am well, Grace. Thank you. Grace has intentions for heart healing, love, happiness, and health. Good stuff. Vic, welcome in. Kanta, good to see you. Okay, and I will get to everybody's requests today. Let's see. Heart healing, love, happiness, health. Love it. So definitely want to start by bringing in some rhodonite and some rose quartz. Rhodonite is wonderful for the lungs, allergies, and autoimmune. And I know a lot of folks are struggling with that. I tend to struggle with that. That's sort of part of my makeup. But it's also great for healing the heart center. It is also, by the way, we have an incredibly powerful full moon that's coming in tomorrow, but we can definitely feel it now. And yeah, there's a reason so much of the intense emotions are coming up. So just putting that out there. Definitely be patient with yourself today and tomorrow as much as you possibly can. Rhodonite is also great for heartache and heartbreak. It's often thought of as the breakup stone. It's a stone that you can also use to help you with grief over someone that you loved and they're lost. And it helps to heal the broken heart so you can open your heart up to love once again, regardless of what kind of love that might be. It's also supportive of healing for anyone that was emotionally abused, who's working through those types of things. And it's great for balancing yin and yang in the body, which is great for just full body wellness. Okay. And rose quartz, absolutely lovely for the heart, but also for leaving pain behind so that we can embrace the future and open our heart up again. This is a stone that is so consistent with that unconditional love. It's like an unwavering strength. That reminds us that there's really better things to invite into our energy field, which makes it a lot easier to let go of what doesn't serve. So we'll definitely bring in rose quartz. I'm going to put that here and here. For happiness, let's bring in one of our favorite joy stones. Let's bring in yellow calcite. So optimistic and full of love. It's also like it really encourages happiness and joy, but it also helps to support your center of self, self-identity, who you are, and following your path and your desires in your life. It's great for the solar plexus chakra, for speaking up for yourself, and for creating and holding good boundaries. So yeah, also great for self-confidence too. So we're going to bring this in. Awesome. For physical healing, I'm going to go ahead and bring in rutilated quartz. Rutilated quartz can be wonderful for really anything in the body that's going on, whether it's like a viral or whether it's bacterial or whether it's something chronic. This is a stone that's thought to, with the rutils in it, those kind of lines that you see, it's thought to direct the healing where it's most needed in the body. It's also fantastic for bringing about mental clarity. Another thing that this is helpful for is replenishing our physical energy, especially after we've been sick or really run down. We've really been busy, we've really been engaged in things, and now we need to renew and restore. This is also one that's been used for decades as a beautiful gift for folks who are struggling with cancer, for the energy and for the directing healing energy where it's most needed. So this is rutilated quartz. We'll go ahead and we'll place this here and here on top of our rose quartz there. And another love stone, because I've seen some other, Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. If you can see me, I'm sorry, and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what that was. Appears to be something with the internet, but I'm deeply apologetic of the weird pause. So let's go ahead and add some more. So as I was saying, I've seen this one. I saw the request for love, and I definitely saw the request for ruby. One and the same, let's bring it in. Ruby is great for love and fertility. It's also superb for leadership and management skills. This is actually something I would absolutely give someone who is taking on a management role. It's also fantastic for the courage to be yourself. And can't we all really benefit from that? So here we go. There we go. So that is ruby. Awesome. There we go. And good request, everyone. this around. Such a beautiful stone. And let's see. Thank you everyone for writing out that weird hiccup with me. And we've got lots of folks trying to quit smoking. I totally getcha. Jennifer, let's see, we've got remembering forgotten things. Not being emo because full moon and birthday. I love that. And may your birthday wish spell manifest. Ooh, that's a good one. May your spell manifest. Let's definitely bring in some moonstone. Because not only are we very close to this full moon, but moonstone can really help to bring magic into balance and harmony and can kind of help boost it, especially any kind of women's empowerment stuff, or if it's connected to any, especially older spiritual practices, moonstone can really help. Moonstone's also great for connecting with the divine timing, especially when divine timing isn't really lined up with your preferred timing. It's great for women's health, intuition, and protection while you are traveling. But anytime you're doing any moon magic, moonstone for sure. It's just absolutely superb for it. Selenite too, but especially moonstone. So let's see. Remembering forgotten things, let's do pyrite. This is great for the brain and memory, as well as protection and intuition, which seems like a strange combo, but it's a very necessary combo, especially when you're opening up to new ways of connecting to spirit and the spirit world, and you want to be really clear on your boundaries, and it's something new. It's also wonderful for fever and the lungs. So yeah, the brain and memory, pyrite. It's also great for manifesting financial abundance. I'm going to go ahead and place this here. Yeah, it's great for financial abundance. We like to think that the fool's gold brings in the real gold. So that's kind of great. And when is financial abundance a bad thing? It never is. Awesome. And something to boost your mood in general. Ooh, there's good choices. Yellow calcite, but also I feel like, I don't know if this is strange, not sure, but the thing that keeps jumping to mind is angelite. So angelite it is. So angelite is great for connecting to our guides and our angels, as the name would suggest, but also wonderful for helping us to feel connected to source. That's great for magical work. It's great for just day-to-day and reaffirming that connection, helping us feel supported and not feeling quite so alone. It's also wonderful for spiritual protection, and it's thought to enhance the experience of sound healing. So let's bring in angelite. And I hope that that helps. If you think of any others, let me know. For those of you trying to quit smoking and other things too, I'll bring in some unakite. It's wonderful for addictions and things, especially smoking. It's also wonderful for women's health every stage of the way. Whether it's prenatal, postpartum, during pregnancy, during delivery, when you're going into menopause, when you're just starting menses, all of the above. This is wonderful. It also helps to support metabolism and the circulation of body fluids. So that is Unakite. Very helpful for addictions and especially smoking. So Unakite. When I quit smoking years ago, like back when I started my business, actually like 15 years ago, community acupuncture for the win. That was how I finally quit. It's affordable. It's a group setting in person, and the communal chi is absolutely there. You don't have to talk about anything personal in front of anyone, just with the acupuncturist. You get your needles in and you just relax. It was so helpful. So if you have a community acupuncture clinic near you, give it a shot. And that's whether it's cigarettes, caffeine, whatever you're trying to like break the habits on. And let's see. Other issues going on, back and hip pain. Let's bring in some howlite. Great for the bones and the joints. It helps with bone density and bone integrity. And it helps with joint pain and like recovery, whether you're rehabbing it or whether you're healing something like an injury. This can be really supportive. It's also wonderful for if you have intentions around building bone density. That's always my thing. I have osteopenia and I struggle with bone density. But it's also great on an emotional level for anger, resentment, and frustration. It helps take the edge off of those so that you can kind of come back into yourself, recenter, refocus, and figure out what the best course of action is without being quite so volatile. So howlite. Let's see. Hey, Nicole, welcome in. Absolutely, we can definitely support that. Okay. Sorry if you hear barking. My neighbor's dog is happy that their owner is home. Help with releasing limiting beliefs, clarity, emotional healing, as well as financial abundance. Okay, so we've got the pyrite for financial abundance. Let's bring in some citrine. Citrine is an all-around abundance stone. It's all about the resource abundance. So money, yes, but also roof over your head, the things you need, your basic needs, all of them. This is another one that can really help with addictions and compulsions as well, regardless of the substance or the source, whatever it might be. It's also great for good financial decisions, so making the best decisions you can with the money you have, as well as nausea and fibromyalgia. So citrine. Let's go ahead and place some citrine on top of the moonstone. Bring in some full moon abundance. Okay, so that is citrine. And I'm going to bring in some cinnabar. Cinnabar is the old-time merchant stone. So cinnabar is mercury. It is mercury. Those little red dots there, that's the actual cinnabar, because a pure piece would be a little bit dangerous to be handling. Also, this is kind of what it looks like close up. That bright red, just the red is cinnabar. This was long considered the merchant stone. It was thought to attract customers into a business. And I know a lot of you have businesses. This is also one that can be just great for abundance in general. Definitely not for direct water infusions or anything, but we will bring that in here with intentions for abundance. So I hope that that helps. And limiting beliefs. Ooh, good stuff. And clarity. Some good ones for that. I'm thinking for the limiting beliefs, septarian. Septarian also goes by dragon's egg sometimes. It's actually different types of calcite. This is one that definitely helps with understanding the underlying causes for behaviors, for thought patterns, for beliefs, for habits, all of the above. It's also wonderful for vulnerability, especially during that change and growth process. So when we figure out what it is we need to work on, it helps us to go to our tender space and actually do the work on it, the shadow work. It's great for emotional growth in general. It's also thought to be really helpful for emotional growth in general, but muscle pain and spasms on the physical side. That's something I struggle with too, as well as the solar plexus in general. So it supports the same center of the personal identity and personal will that yellow calcite does. So I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to put this on here and here. As for, it's a great emotional healing stone. I think that that'll really serve you well, as well as the limiting beliefs. Clarity, definitely the rutilated quartz. So absolutely so glad you are here. Hey, Fawn, good to see you. Oh, Chris, you have osteoarthritis. Howlite's helpful. Malachite's helpful. Also, blue lace agate is helpful. This is one that it'll also work for blue sky, for like verbalizing or being able to put words to like what's going on under the surface. Blue lace agate helps with the throat. So whether you've got a sore throat or you need to get something really tender expressed, blue lace agate can support that. It's also wonderful for kind of expressing those really challenging emotions. Definitely excellent for arthritis. And it's thought to even help with like bone healing, so healing broken bones and fractures. It's thought to be great for tension headache too. So let's just put some here. There we go. So I hope that that helps. Oh, thank you, Vic. I did actually do my hair today. I usually just sort of comb it. I actually did something with it. Not much. I washed it and put gel in it. That's it. So let's see. And we've got, so Chris has a couple of requests. Let's bring in a few of those. We'll bring in the garnet. We'll bring in some iolite and blue apatite. And I'll bring in the rest as we continue on. And Iolite. Okay. Garnet is one of my favorite stones to use alongside ruby. This is one for figuring out the best way forward and having the courage to do it and have the follow through. This is one that helps with organizing and seeing things in a really new and unique way. This is the thinking outside the box kind of stone. It helps you to look at the ways you've been doing something and find the best way to go about it, the way that is the most respectful of your time, is the most efficient. It's also wonderful for just being practical and having good organizational skills too. It's also great for finding balance, especially when things are really shifting and changing quite a bit. So let's do... Actually, I'm going to take these and put them in the center. And I'll use this space for garnet. Blue apatite is helpful for strengthening our energy field or our aura, as well as bringing in abundance of harmony and peace. It's also exceptionally helpful for healing any issues with food, like relationship with food, whether you're looking to lose weight or gain weight, whether you eat from stress or you don't eat from stress, or whatever the case might be. This can help you to have a much healthier relationship with food. It's also great for having courage on your soul path and, in a way, learning your soul's purpose too. So it's like learning your soul's purpose and having the strength to act on it. So that's blue apatite. Put some of that around. And next is iolite. Iolite is helpful for our spiritual sight, as well as, this is also a great one for weight loss if that's an intention you have. But anytime that we're using our spiritual sight, whether that's meditation or shamanic journeying or even dreaming, this can be really helpful. It's also great for things like money management, and it's even used sometimes in cases of fever. So that's iolite. And I will come back to the rest of yours. For Grayson, mental clarity and a more positive mindset, absolutely. Mental clarity, this can be really helpful. Rutilated quartz, but in general, bringing about a more positive mindset. The first one I want to bring in is zoisite. This is one that can be really helpful for fertility and connection to nature. It also helps to break up like apathy, sluggishness. If you feel like a little unmotivated or it's hard to get off the couch and do the thing, zoisite can help. But really for here, it helps us with anything that is an obstacle, a challenge, a setback, and for releasing negativity. So it's really helpful for helping us release those things that are holding us back, as well as just the things that might be in front, like clouding our connection to our more positive sides. So zoisite for sure. And let's bring in some fuchsite. This is one that can bring in a lot of joy and fun, and it encourages that. It's so necessary for self-care, so that can really bring in that sense of joy as well to help shift our mindset and shift our experience too. So that's fuchsite. It's also helpful for things like carpal tunnel and the spine too. So yeah, we'll bring that in. So fuchsite. So I hope that those help, and I'm glad that you are here. Patty, red tiger, ooh, fuchsite. Hey, that's awesome. Perfect timing. Red tiger eye, pneumite, dumortierite. Pneumite is highly protective, and it also helps with that soul-searching type shadow work. This is one that helps us to go into our own darkness and find the light, as you can see with these like gold flashes that kind of come up. And that's exactly what it's thought to embody, is finding those flashes of the divine within our own darkness. But yeah, very, very protective. This is one that folks put around there, things like tarot cards and spiritual tools to keep the energy nice and clear. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring in pneumite. Let's see, where shall we put this? Let's put this here. Now we'll put that here. Dumortierite helps with anger as well as patience. And it can help improve situations that just feel beyond hope. This is also one that helps to ground very chaotic energy, and it can help improve our ability to stand up for ourselves, as well as just that sense of patience, as I mentioned. But yeah, standing up for yourself. But if you're worried about standing up for yourself because your anger is already kind of high on the chart and you don't want it to completely blow your top, this helps with straddling both sides of that. So dumortierite. So we'll put one piece. I'll put one piece here and one piece here. Red tiger eye is highly protective. It's also great for manifesting money in a hurry. But yeah, whether it's really mundane stuff like bullying and, that kind of like, even like abusive type stuff like emotional abuse and things like that. But on the spiritual side, we have that this is also really helpful to kind of keep that at bay. So whether it's malevolent spiritual work, someone gaslighting or triangulating you, or any kind of bullying whatsoever, this is a really helpful stone. So this is red tiger eye. Oh, and Gertie is here. Hey, little Gertie cat. Yeah? Wow! Oh, you want to say hi? Ooh. There we go. There we go. Somebody wanted some attention and to say hello to all of you. And yeah, zoisite and fuchsite do feel really harmonious together. And actually, zoisite, when it is like raw, it looks almost identical to fuchsite. They are somewhat close. And yeah, highly, highly complementary. Like let's see. I might have a piece of raw. Yeah, for example, this is zoisite with some ruby in it. And fuchsite has a little bit of ruby in it. That's why it looks like that. So they can be almost indistinguishable. Yeah, it's a good call, good catch for sure. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was the cutie pie Reiki kitty. That was little Gertie. Yeah, she just came in here and was just yelling, so I thought, let's give her a cuddle. Hey, Lisa, it's good to see you. Okay, so back into it. Dumortierite, bumblebee jasper. This is another one for mental focus, and I was actually thinking about that This is another one I was thinking about when I saw the request for that. This can help definitely with that clarity, and with decision making specifically, but also this is a really encouraging stone. It helps to kind of wake us up, give us a good shake and say, come on, get up, get to work. You have stuff to do. You have plans to go chase. It helps collaboration, group work, and where Grayson had requested the positive mindset, this is another one that can really support that. Definitely helps positivity, confidence too, but motivation. It's another good stone to balance yin and yang in the body alongside rhodonite. So another stone too that has some toxins in it. So it's got sulfur, but it's also got arsenic. So careful with that one. You can handle it safely. It's fine. Might be good to wash your hands after, but it's fine. It's good enough to handle it. It's the things like mercury, like I'd rather not, as little as possible. But thank you for being here, Patty, and I hope that helps. Jennifer, moonstone, kunzite, and sunstone. Okay. So sunstone helps to expand our vision of what we're capable of, especially in the future. We can tend to sell ourselves short or take our goals and set them low, and they seem high, but we can really set them much higher. This is a stone that reminds us that we have a lot to offer, we have a lot to give, and we are greater than we might even think. We have more potential than we may currently see. This can help us it can also help us with being recognized in what we do, like recognized in your industry, recognized in your workplace, and it can really help to open up new business opportunities and career opportunities. This is also great for marketing your business. If you want to get out in front of people and be seen, this can very much help. It's also great for protection against things like exploitation, especially around money. So here is orange sunstone. Let's do that and here. There we go. Kunzite is just, in my opinion, a super angelic stone of the heart center. This is a stone that, in a way, like lifts our heart center up. It deeply bathes it with lovely, unconditional love and angelic support. And it can help us to even expand what our heart center can hold space for. So that's kunzite. Let's do... And emerald, absolutely. Let's do emerald, and I see Vic's request for emotional stability. Emerald can be helpful for healing the skin and tissue, and also for reconnecting with our zest for life, our connection to our passions. It's also wonderful for the upper respiratory tract. So whether you've got like a cold or upper respiratory infection, pneumonia, this is thought to be really helpful for it. So that is emerald. And lepidolite for emotional stability. Lepidolite is actually lithium. In this case, it's lithium mica. So this beautiful purpley silver gray. absolutely beautiful. It helps to soothe and calm the emotions. It helps to understand our emotions and what might be underlying them or causing them. And it also helps us to release the patterns that might not be serving us. So it helps us to examine our viewpoints and belief structures too. So we will bring this in. It's very stabilizing. There's also some Amazonite on the back of this blue-green that you can kind of see here. Amazonite is great for the spine and spinal nerves and for encouraging good self-care, especially among folks that are inclined not to think of themselves, but to focus on everyone else who needs help. So great stone to have all around. And I am glad that you're here, Vic. And crown and brow chakras and stress. Absolutely. So the crown and brow chakra, I would definitely say iolite helps, but let's do even more. And Gertie's back. You didn't get enough fun? Never mind a tail all over me. Yeah. Okay. Well, we gotta give the kitty attention. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Oh, there's purrs for everyone. Oh. Yeah, purrs. You got them purrs? Okay, you keep them purrs going. So when it comes to the crown, and I also saw the request from, I believe it was Chris, for chakra balancing. Yeah, or chakra healing. Let's do aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite. This helps to work with not only the crown, but also the soul star chakra, which is above the crown. And that kind of encompasses all of our highest spiritual potentials, like it's like our spiritual North Star in a sense, but also connection to divinity and collective consciousness of the crown and intuition of the third eye. The brown and tan, that's the aragonite. That connects with the root and the earth star chakra. The root chakra is basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight. You're taking care of your basic human needs. The earth star is much more spiritual. It's beneath the root and it connects with enacting our soul's purpose. So being able to show up and do the things we need to do to take those spiritual potentials in the soul star and actually bring them forward and turn them into progress. So we'll bring this in. This is great for both of those areas. Okay. And we're also going to bring in chevron amethyst. This helps us to connect with spirit. It helps us to send the messages up to spirit, like the things that we request that we need. It's also great for helping us to understand the messages that come back. So it's almost like it helps with the connection to spirit in a sense. It's also great for any kind of visionary work. So any time that you're doing like visionary meditation or shamanic journeying, this is one that can help you connect a little bit better. But it's definitely connected to the third eye and the crown for sure. And this is chevron amethyst. There we go. And awesome. Chakra balance. That was the request. So I hope that helps. And stress. Absolutely. My favorite stone for stress and releasing stress is shungite. This is one that can help with not only stress, but emotional pain. So this will be good for blue sky and also breaking up energy blocks. It helps to clear the energy field. It's supportive of folks that might struggle with being impacted by electromagnetic fields. If you're someone that spends a lot of time near electronics and it makes you feel sort of upside down, woozy, ungrounded, this can be very helpful. But it's also good for tissue repair and physical healing, so things like recovering from surgery, this would be helpful for. Okay. Okay. And what are you doing? There we go. Now you're a happy baby. Okay. Healing of mind, body, heart, soul, spirit. Let's bring in some snowflake obsidian for that. This helps with also with mental healing, like thought patterns and things. Also, it's a great healer of guilt, especially like misplaced guilt or guilt we can't move past. But when it comes to body, mind, spirit balance, superb, absolutely superb. It also brings about serenity, hope, and especially in difficult times or after a time of loss. This is also one that we've talked a lot about, stones that help clairvoyance, the spiritual sight. This helps spiritual healing or clairaudience, hearing our spiritual guidance. It also calms overstimulation. So if that's something you struggle with, snowflake obsidian can be very helpful. So let's bring this in here and here. Let's see. Healing of housemates and family. Let's get some carnelian in here. Carnelian is wonderful for the sacral chakra. So that is sort of beneath the solar plexus. The solar plexus, when we were talking about that earlier, that's your center of self-identity and free will. This is how we relate to others. So how we connect to others, how we show up for others, how they show up for us. This is great for relationships and cooperation in all the different ways. It can also help things like fertility and the reproductive organs, as well as attracting our twin flame relationship, our soulmate. It helps with healing wounds as well as cold and allergies. So we will bring this in. That'll definitely help with family and roommates. Susan, good to see you. Positive court outcome. Absolutely. Okay, gotcha. So let's do, and I'm going to keep skipping around, but I'm going to get everyone's request. So we've got for you and Greg, I did see the request too for Key for aquamarine, and that's definitely going to help with Susan and Greg. And let's also bring in Sapphire. Sapphire is great for speedy justice, but it's also a wonderful stone and a really potent stone of connection to the divine, especially channeling. Chevron amethyst too. Hey Jenny, I hope you're having a great day too. This is also helpful for the ears and eyes, so Lisa, definitely helpful for your sister. And like I said, connection to channeling. Also the angelic realm, this is a very angelic stone. It can be even ungrounding, it's so intense. The potentials in times of change, this helps you when things are sort of rough and tumble and you don't know how they're going to settle. This can help you keep a good positive spin on things and expect the best. But it's also thought to be good for dementia as well as the thyroid. So that is Sapphire. Actually, no, I'm going to put these here. Aquamarine is also great for justice. It's got a very may justice prevail kind of energy. It's great for fluids in the body. for forgiveness and also deflecting pettiness and people misdirecting their aggression at the wrong person, especially if you work in customer service. So definitely helpful for that. But yeah, great for justice and great for keeping just low vibe, immature, not great sort of behavior out of your way, along with the people who are engaging in that kind of behavior. So let's put this here and this here. Okay, so that's aquamarine. Awesome. Shielding from ageism. Definitely. Red tiger eye helps with ageism. Another one that can help to an extent is sodalite. Sodalite helps with expression and communication. And that's what I often use it for, especially when it has to do with creative expression like music, singing, performing, dance, anything like that. It also helps with definitely with ageism, as well as coming to terms with one's own age, if that's an issue. It's thought to help with menopause as well. It helps to ground impulses. So some of you that are mentioning that in the comments that you're struggling with stuff like that, this can help. It's also great for homesickness and yeah, all of those things. But yeah, for ageism as well as how you might feel about, or how anyone might feel about the aging process, like coming to terms with that. So that is sodalite. Let's do... edema, definitely unikite as well as aquamarine. Honey calcite, absolutely. Honey calcite helps us to attract really good people into our lives. It also helps optimism in really challenging times. This is another one that can actually help postmenopausal women. So if that's part of what's going on with the ageism part of it, this might be really supportive for blue sky. But yeah, supporting all of those things, but especially bringing in good colleagues, neighbors, friends, romantic interests, whatever you're looking for in your life. This helps bring you the best relationships there. It works with the sacral like carnelian did, as well as the solar plexus, your center of self. And for Nicole, good energy, white light, and high vibrations, womb healing as well. Definitely carnelian as well as unikite can help with both of those things. Also pink tourmaline. This is every kind of gynecologic issue, especially when it comes to like pregnancy and birth. It also is thought to encourage mom and baby bonding, as well as neuralgia, which is, I saw there were some mentions in there from Lisa about nerve stuff. This is very helpful for spine injuries as well as nerves in the body, like all of the different nerves in the body. It helps with muscle weakness and also breaking up any negative self-image that we have. So this is pink tourmaline. So I hope that this helps. And for positive white light, good vibrations, we have a couple good ones for that, especially moonstone. But let's bring in some selenite. Selenite helps to reflect pure white light. It's excellent for working with your guides and also just filling a space with great pure white light energy. I have a ton of it behind me and around me. And when I had my in-person healing studio, there was a lot of it against the wall where my clients' feet would aim against. I have just a small piece of it here to better fit in the grid. This is definitely, I know that there was some talk in the comments that I was just looking through about, I think Fawn had asked the question and Chris was helping with, can I take a bath with the stones? This is definitely a stone that doesn't do well in water. It'll start to come apart. So this is selenite. So let's go ahead and bring you here. Big yawn, my goodness. So I hope that helps, Nicole. Okay, intentions for Fawn. Pain relief in the ankle. Fertility, New Jersey. You're actually on the train now, moving across the country. Congratulations. For pain relief for your ankle, we have howlite in there. Fertility, we've got a lot of good fertility stones. We've got carnelian, we've got unakite, we've got ruby. So we're good there. Your journey, yeah. Picture Jasper. Picture Jasper helps us envision our future in a really bright and beautiful way. It's one that really is thought to help empower our adventures and any kind of new venture, like if you're starting a business or anything too. It's also great for the kidneys and for finding the hidden fears that might be in our way or kind of like that invisible thing that's blocking our path. It's also great for coming into contact with new culture, which if you're moving across the country, there's still going to be some different cultural things. And it's great even for moves abroad, but like seeing the big picture as well. So envisioning the future and seeing the big picture of the current. Picture Jasper is great for all of that. So I'm going to bring this in. And grief, loss, self-love, healing. Ooh, sorry about that. And abundance. So let's do, we've got a lot of love stones. Let's definitely do some good grief stuff. Let's bring in some black onyx. This helps to definitely be in our grief and feel supported and be able to process it. It's also got a great deal of ancestral connection. If you're doing any kind of ancestral healing, black onyx is superb. It's helpful for grief and for protection, especially energetic protection while we're vulnerable and grieving. It helps with anxiety, and it's also great for self-esteem too. So that is black onyx. And self-love and healing, that's fuchsite and amazonite, which was here, but I'll bring in a little bit more. Amazonite, again, helps with taking care of ourselves, especially if we're one of those people that tends to think of everyone else besides ourselves. It's great for luck as well as calming and the nerves of the spine, the actual spine itself and the nerves of the spine. So that's amazonite. All the best to you, Fawn. Have a happy and safe journey. Moonstone also helps protect during travel, so that's there for you too. And Lisa, mom's COVID and Lyme. Sister's eye. We've got eye stuff covered. Brother-in-law's COVID. Brother's heart. Heart definitely in Unakite. But let's definitely bring in moss agate for all the COVID and the Lyme. This is a stone that helps anything that's spreading through the body quickly. As they would say in Chinese medicine, has wind. It's like spreading quickly. It's great for all infections, illnesses, whether it's bacterial or if it's viral, whatever the case may be. It's also great for reconnecting with nature and for any kind of internal work that you might be doing. So if you're doing inner child work, if you're doing higher self work, this is a really wonderful stone, moss agate. It's also great for just connection to spirit and unconditional love. So we'll bring this in. I'm just going to put some in the center here. Okay. And unrelenting back pain for almost a week, arthritis and nerve impingement, lower spine and SI joint. Oh, man. Amazonite, definitely. And there's blue lace agate, which is really helpful for arthritis, as well as howlite. Yeah, I hope that helps. Oh. Yeah. Let me know. And also for pain in general, let's bring in some lapis. In addition to helping with pain and inflammation, this is also a great stone of integrity, living up to our commitments, personal responsibility. Also great for vertigo and hearing loss, really anything with the inner ear, as well as career development. That is lapis lazuli. And you love the big malachites. Yeah, right. Oh, malachite is such a beautiful stone. That was actually, the malachites were a gift from a student of mine and a grad of mine. So super grateful for them. Oh, thank you, Patty, for reminding everyone to like the stream. I really appreciate that. So definitely, if you could like the stream, I super appreciate it. It helps send more folks to the channel. New yoga and wellness, right hip pain, absolutely. And welcome in. So for that, we have white howlite, which helps the joints. White howlite helps the joints, as well as pain and inflammation. We have the lapis lazuli we just put in, and I believe that is it. Yes. So there's stuff in there to help with that. So so that's absolutely included. I'm trying to think of a tumor. Healing for a breast tumor for your friend Mark. I hope that it's just benign too. This is rutilated quartz. That's thought to help send healing energy where it's most needed, for sure. And if there's going to be whatever the case is around healing, surgery, what have you, stones that are helpful, shungite for that, for recovery from surgery and also injury. As for whatchamacallit, and for, I would also say, what's another one for that? I'm going to do red jasper. Just intuitively checking in, it feels like it would be a good stone. So this is one here. Red jasper helps with empowerment and also with emotional support when it comes to like having a physical issue, especially if it's something that's going to be a long time to go through, which I hope it's not, but just in case. But this can help with that. This also helps with fertility, grounding, and the root chakra. So basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight. And it's great for psychic and spiritual protection. It can help you stay grounded as everything around you is swirling. So we'll bring this into, let's actually do, I'm going to bring in a larger piece of red jasper and place it right here. I think we are good. Yeah, I think we are good. Did I miss anyone or miss anything? Let me know. I think Chris had a couple more. I think we got them all. I think we got them all. I'm going to bring in a little bit more aventurine though. Let's see, aventurine, and because we have azurite, thank you. Okay, I'm going to bring in aventurine. It was requested by Chris. Aventurine goes well with sunstone. This is one that helps us to expand our heart's envisioning of, helps our heart to basically heal and grow so we can see new possibilities for ourselves. And when we tend to think that we can aim this high, it reminds us that we can aim a lot higher. It's also great for the eyes, and it's great for fertility and learning new things. So that is aventurine and opal. Okay. Opal. Because there is so many requests around joints, I'm going to bring in another stone around that. I'm just going to bring in the same stone, but more of it. This is white howlite when it is raw. Super pretty. So just bringing in a little bit more love there, and that'll balance out the aventurine really well. Opal is sacred to the shamans. This is a very protective stone, especially when we're doing any kind of deep healing work or spiritual work, especially spiritual work that when the shamans would be doing spiritual work, they might catch the attention of other entities that might wish them harm. This is almost like cloaking. It helps to keep one hidden so that you can do the good work that you need to do. So I will bring this in. And azurite. Azurite I have right here. I actually need to look this up, so let's do that. Whose book do I want to try? Let's try out Philip Permutt's book. Okay. I haven't worked with azurite in ages. Individuality, freedom, rationality, flexibility of mind and thought, like helps with rigid thinking. This one helps the joints as well. Good for flexibility and joints. Good for stress-related issues. Also helps ego, conceit, arrogance, and vanity. Ooh, that's beautiful. good for meditation, can bring the realization that sometimes the most profound changes are the simplest. Isn't that true, but also really beautifully worded? Yeah, absolutely. And I will go ahead and bring this in too. I'm really glad you had me look this up. Yay. Let's go ahead and bring that in. So that is azurite. Azurite, malachite, and chrysocolla are often found together. You can even find specimens that have all three. And that's because they actually do form very close to copper. So let's see. Where shall we squeeze you in? Let's do... Yeah, thank you for the request, Blue Sky. I shall wedge you in. That looks a little crowded. I'm just going to go ahead and replace this piece of lapis. And yeah, I think that's good. I'll even put this on top of the lapis. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. So we are going to go ahead and transition into the session. So I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, what to expect, especially for those of you who are new. And if you're new here, welcome in. And while I do that, for those of you who are hanging out in the chat, if you would like to make any, intentions or reflections around, say, gratitude, that could help lift the energy of the space that you're in and this sort of group energy as well. If you haven't already, please do consider hitting that like button. And I'm just going to go ahead, explain what Reiki is, and then we're going to get into the healing. So once again, as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm so glad that you're here today. I am the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and if you'd like to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my crystal collection, go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. All of those links are in the description. Right now, the 15% off plus an additional free gift offer is still going on the Crystal Shop. The coupon code is getting entered into the chat right now, and it is OMG. Thank you. As part of the fundraising that I am doing around next steps for the business. The GoFundMe is also there, and I did send out an email today. Of course, there's a lot you can do to help that doesn't cost a dime. And being here right now helps a lot more than you even realize. Thank you for being here. I'm also going to go ahead and put the link in the description to the GoFundMe for anyone who is interested. No obligation. Please don't feel bad. Times are tough. Just being here means the world. So thank you. But there it is. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become more or less like a catch-all term for energy healing, but specifically I work with Usui Reiki. And this is one particular method of working with universal soul energy that was founded by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s in Japan. And the best way to explain what the energy is and its relevance is to look to Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everything and everyone has a soul, and all of those souls are interlinked and supported by the same forces. It's thought that there is a spiritually guided force that runs through everyone and everything, and that our body, mind, and spirit use this energy provided by spirit as you understand it. Usui's practice is very secular, very spiritual, but very secular. So it's thought that spirit, as you might understand it, would be supplying us with this energy. Our body, mind, and spirit would make best use of it, even if we're not aware of it. even when we're not thinking about it. It's just happening all the time. It's much like how we're mostly made of water and we need to drink water all day long. But at the same time, for all of the important functions it does in our body, we don't have to consciously think about it in order for that to take place. It's very similar with Reiki. So essentially what I'll be doing today is connecting to that spiritually guided life force energy, which is what Reiki translates to from Japanese to English. And I'll take that energy and direct more of it to you, allowing your body, mind, and spirit, which are normally working with this energy, to have more to work with and be able to support you even better. As I do that, I will lower the lights so that you can relax. They'll move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will it flash or strobe. And as I do that, I'll turn up the music. If you enjoy the music and you want to hear it on your own, check out the link in the bottom of the description for the link to her channel, and you can enjoy her music all the time. During the session, I will send this healing to you because we're all interconnected. It's essentially just going to go through that interconnection and just flow right to you wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to be watching this. So if you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, you're going to feel the healing just the same. And if you're here live and you feel like you need some Reiki any other time and you're like, wow, I wish she was live, it's okay. You can go ahead over to the past healing live stream playlist and pick any thumbnail you like and just enjoy the healing whenever you happen to find it. As I send this healing to you, you don't have to do anything other than have an open mind. You can lay down, sit up, close your eyes. You can even take a nap. You don't have to focus on anything, and you don't need to keep your mind silent. If you do feel like your mind is kind of racing, or if you get distracted, simply take a deep breath in and out, but no matter what, the Reiki is going to work. I will send to everyone for 25 minutes, at which time I will lower the music. You'll hear my voice come in. I'll encourage you to take a few deep breaths, slowly come back to your body. And at that point, I'll reopen the chat. You can ask any questions, you can share any experiences, and we'll move on from there. As a reminder, I'm here 5 times a week. So if you enjoy this kind of thing, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Sorry for the the sirens. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss an opportunity, or check the description, which has the regular weekly schedule. There is another live stream today at 8 p.m. East Coast US time as well as one on Sunday at 8 p.m. So yeah, thank you for being here. It's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. And again, if you want to learn any more about learning Reiki online, check out my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. Last thing, I'm still uploading the tarot for all 12 signs. Aquarius just went up earlier today, so definitely do check those out. So let's go ahead over, take one last look at the grid and get into the healing. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. The antidote for self-pity. I feel ya. Awesome. Well, everyone go ahead, get cozy, get comfy, and remember, you don't have to just stay still. You can stretch, move, bend, journal. This time is all about you. For self-care, do anything that you care to do. I'll be back for you in 25 minutes. Enjoy your session, and thank you for being here. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. If you feel you need to, go ahead and move your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead into the chat. I don't know if you heard that, but Hattie says hello.
Hey, beautifuls. Hey. Hey, how are you?
So, thank you all so much for your well wishes about Hattie's health. As you can see, she's doing pretty good.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you all so much for being here. Aw, you need a cuddle? Okay. It's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with you all the time, especially over watching all of you be so supportive of each other in the chat. I really appreciate that. Reminder, I will be here at 8 p.m. as well this evening, and I will continue uploading Tarot for All 12 Signs throughout this evening and the weekend. Aw, big cat yawn. And if you don't mind hitting the like button on the way out, I super appreciate it, but so happy to have you all here. Just wonderful looking at all the support in the chat. Makes me so happy. Yeah, little Hattie is yawning and purring.
Yeah, you yawning and purring.
We have purring cats and ambulances going by. Yeah, that was beautifully intense, or at least it felt that way for me. I feel so relaxed now. So we'll go ahead now and I'll start bringing the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for each and every single one of you. I deeply appreciate it. If you haven't looked recently, I'm only like 125 subscribers away from the 1,000 mark. Thank you all so much for your support with that. You all are super welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. I hope to see you again soon. Take care and bye for now.